recommendations of who to read, because I just do not have the time to be reading gossip and stuff like that. And they chose, by popular demand, Tom Norman of Sweetie, and the accusations of him killing his nephew Andre. And they and so I read about it, and I came up with some names. You know, Tim Norman himself, Andre the deceased. I actually thought about doing a seance. Okay, I won't lie, but I don't have the energy for it right now. Miss Robbie Yagnam and Tarika Ellis. They are the Yagnam and Tarika Ellis are the accused co-conspirators, and Tim Norman is the accused murderer, right? So I did read it in the papers, and as I was reading it, Grandma said, "Why are you bothering? All this shit is gonna come out sooner or later." Then I said, well, maybe we could just get the inside story, inside hook, inside, and have a great time. We need to be entertained. We need to be entertained, right? Okay, so I am going to be reading Tim Norman, and I'm going to try to read everybody else who is involved. Like I said, I would have loved to do a seance on Andre, but I don't have the energy right now. All my energy is going into my Bible, so you can tell my voice is about to go, because my brother says he is me. I am laughing, but it's not funny. He actually sacrificed a person in my name to get my identity. So it's not funny. He sacrificed a person to get my identity, which I am fighting to get back. And I am, at the moment, I'm on the losing end. I will let you know, man. Tim. Tim is not very intelligent. He is kind of dumb. He is kind of dumb, people. And he is so surprised that he was caught. Ooh, this week always gets his hair. He is so surprised that he was caught. No joke. He is so surprised that he was caught. He's like, literally. And he walked into my place with chains, you know, with handcuffs. He is handcuffed. And behind him are two other people. But the two other people are not people. They are like two dark people, like two dark-skilled practitioner ancestors. They are walking with him. Okay. So this is very interesting. They are walking with him into the place, and he's standing. He doesn't want to sit down, so I'm going to have to politely ask him to do so. Please sit down. And he sits. Okay, very compliant. I love it. Okay, so he sits, and he's looking straight at me. He really believes he didn't do anything wrong. Okay, this is a very self-centered, vicious thinking individual. Vicious thinking in that when you are arguing with him, in his head he's imagining that he's beating you to pulp, that you are dead, right? But he is giving you just verbal words, verbal speech. He is a psychopath. He is very removed from human emotion. He's not attached to anyone. He doesn't care about anyone. Does he have a daughter or a son? Because he just said, I don't care about my children too. I don't care about them. Who the fuck are they? This is a very cold soul. A very cold soul. That is driven by animal instincts to survive and nothing else. Like I said, he never uses his brain, and it has just come out that he doesn't use his brain. He relies on other people to use their brains when it comes to him. I can tell you while he's in this place that he wasn't the one who suggested killing his nephew. That suggestion came from someone else. It came from a woman. Because he owes money. They owed money, major money, big money, big money, and he couldn't find a way of making it by himself, and the woman gave him that idea, and the woman plotted this whole thing. The woman made this shit happen. We'll find out if it's Terica. Now I'm taking him out of the plate. Ooh, see? Four. I'm not even... Yeah, money. He's lost a considerable amount of money. He's a gambler. That's where his money went. Gambling. And there is a connection to the murder with this. A connection to the murder with the gambling. Yeah, he was trying to get money to pay off his gambling debts. He was desperately looking for the money to pay off his gambling debts. And his other friend, is a gambler too. And they worked out, is a gambler too. And the friend knew the woman who came up with that idea. This is a group of gamblers. The woman, the friend, and him. Gambling. Okay. So his life has completely fallen, right? And he has gone back where he came from because another shell fell, and my ancestor said it was because he went away for some time, and now his life has come to a complete halt, a complete stop. And it's going to continue to go down. He is not going to get out of this, but he's trying. He is really trying, guys. He's really trying. But he's not going to get out of this. There is way too much evidence against him and way too many co-conspirators. I know that only 2 have been caught. There will be 2 more who will pop up. We may hear about them or we may not hear about them. But there will be 2 more that will pop up. The shooters. Those who actually did the shooting. The shooters. Yeah. Definitely a woman here. This is Tim. This is a woman. She has a child. And he got into a sexual relationship with her. They were introduced by this friend. This friend right here was also in a sexual relationship with her, introduced her to Tim, and they were in a sexual relationship. As of the time of them getting caught, they were in a sexual relationship, him and this woman. But there'll be 2 more people who will get caught. One of the 2 people will talk or has already talked, because it's kind of like in the past at the back there. He has already talked, and he is the reason. Oh, yeah. He is the reason that this scheme went down. He got caught, and he opened his mouth and he told the police a whole lot of shit for a deal. So he got a deal. We may never hear about him. He was one of the shooters. He got a deal. He talked to the police and he told the police the truth. The police had been looking for him for a long time and they'd not been finding him, but he talked. He told the police the truth. He has a baby mama who is expecting or just had a baby. The shooter, or one of the 2 shooters. There were 2 shooters. But he got a deal. Yeah, he got a deal. His shit is done. He got a deal. And so he puts these 3 people, 1, 2, 3, right? And there is the talker who has talked. He was one of the shooters. Then there is the shooter who has not talked. So 2 males walked up on Andre and shot him, right? Then there is the 2 co-conspirators, Yagnam and Terica, and then there is Tim himself. Okay, so the shooter snitched to get something out of the police. We may not even hear that story. We may just hear about these other 3 because this other guy here, he is very quiet. He's hiding behind Terica. He knew Terica. He knows Terica. He's like a nephew. He's like a nephew. So, like I said, he's going down, guys. He's going down. I don't look at years and, because I'm not good with time and numbers. He is going down. It's like literally no one is trying to hear him. But what's even more interesting, he ain't trying to hear anything either. He is going to separate himself from his other co-conspirators. And this is interesting, he's actually going to get lesser time and less everything in comparison to his co-conspirators, because money is going to come to his aid, but the money doesn't want to come to his aid. I think his mother is still going to pay for his legal expenses, even though she doesn't want to, because money is going to help him, like, not get a death sentence or whatever. I have no idea if that's, I don't know where he lives. But, money is going to sort of interfere and lessen what would have been a really terrible thing. He is unfortunate, however, because the prosecutors are doing a very vicious pushback. The prosecutors are doing a very vicious pushback, And his mother has decided that her son didn't have a high IQ and he really didn't know what he was doing. Yeah. He didn't know what he was doing because he doesn't really have a high IQ. People don't know this, but he's really stupid. Agreed. He's really stupid. And I cleaned him up to be who he is. But, he's really stupid, my son. So that is what she's standing on. That is how she's comforting herself. This is his mother, Miss Robbie. That is how she's comforting herself. However, the shells do show that there is a history of great violence in her son's life. Mama, there is a history of great violence in your son's life. Don't make excuses. Okay. So there is a history of violence in his life. He was a bully, took things that didn't belong to him, fought a lot with people, and he's about the money, 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 money. He's obsessed with money, okay, and himself. He's obsessed with himself as well. Okay, so now I'm going to ask unto court questions. Did you organize to kill your nephew for money? Kim, did you organize to kill your nephew for money? Kim, did you organize to kill your nephew for money? Kim, did you organize to kill your nephew for money? And my phone goes off. This is ridiculous. This is okay. Life. Okay, did you organize? What is his soul saying? His soul is denying it. He says no. He says no. And he says no. There are a whole lot of no's on this board, guys. He says no. It appears this, however, right behind all the no's that his soul has put to cover like, he is telling the cops and he is telling everybody right now that he had nothing to do with it. That this is a mistake. This is a mistake. How the fuck am I here? This is a mistake. He is telling everybody that it wasn't him, he didn't do it. But right behind his denials is a definite yes. Right behind his denials is a definite yes. And it is also saying, I planned it with 3 people.